Okay, okay. We are also live on Instagram, Vishruti. So can you come on Instagram also? Sorry, I couldn't get you. The headphones is in both the devices. Okay, so you can just join on Instagram. Meanwhile, people who have joined us on Facebook, we are going to, and on Instagram, we are going to talk today about interdependence. We all know we all want our children to be independent, uh, but let's see what we can do to bring about the aspect of interdependence. Yeah. On okay, Radhika is saying your voice is echoing. Uh, let's check. Is the voice still echoing? My voice um, on Facebook. Check. Yeah. Is my voice okay? Can somebody confirm on both Facebook and Insta? Vishruti, you can also speak so that we can check the voice and then we can start.
I think, yeah. Can you guys hear me? Am I audible enough and my voice is not echoing? Good on Insta, I think. And Anuj said, yeah. We're fine on Instagram. Vishruti's voice is echoing as she said. So
Just
Ratnesh, would
one
we
moment.
like to?
Yeah, just continue speaking.
Yeah, so I think would we like to do the formula which worked for the first time when we had echoing problem on Facebook, that we can just start and begin the live session on
Uh,
Facebook again. Will that work?
okay, let's check. I think it is fine. Somebody is saying it's perfect on
Okay.
Facebook. Is it fine on Instagram also? People who are on Instagram, can you just confirm?
Yeah, I think somebody said that that's fine on Instagram. Yeah.
Okay, great, cool. Okay, so I guess we can start off. Okay, thanks,
Yeah.
Radhika. Yeah, right. So you shoot. What are your thoughts? We've been whatever shooting that we'll talk
Yeah.
about independence, interdependence,
Interdependence. Yeah.
what so many
So
ends.
I have been thinking a lot, and I'm sure whoever has seen the poster, even you guys would be thinking, because we keep saying this to our kids from the beginning that, you need to be independent, you need to be independent. And now suddenly when you suggested interdependence, I started thinking, how much amount of independence then is required. I mean, how much amount of interdependence is required. How do we how and if we are not independent enough, then how only interdependence works. So first of all, though, I really want to know, Ratnesh, exactly what is this interdependence we are talking about.
Okay, so I also don't know what it is, but what I know is what doesn't work is dependence, and what doesn't work is independence. Both of these don't work. I can't totally be dependent on somebody or certain things, then I'm sure to get problems, and I can't be totally independent because that's just not possible. Right now we are talking, we're dependent on 100 things to be able to talk to each other, right, including the audience who have joined us, including I'm dependent on you, you're dependent on me. So there is this whole concept of independence is a very I would say a contrived concept in that sense, in the sense of meaning, yes, independence as a country and all that is a separate concept. We are not discussing at that level, we are discussing at an individual level. uh, One of the first things I used to very feel funny about is, I did all this education. I went to school, I went to college, I went to postgraduate college, and when I finished everything, I went to my first job. And you know what is the first thing they did after a week? Made me go through a workshop on team working, on how to be a team player. I said, hello. If that is what is so important in life, in working, and we have to work like a team. Me and my spouse has to work as a team. Me and Vishruti has to work as a team right now. Me and my colleagues have to work as a team in my office. Then where is this independence? Why did we even talk about that? That was like rammed into me for 23 years, and after 23 years of independence, now you're suddenly saying, no, 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 forget all that. You will do one part, somebody else will do another part, and somebody else will do another part, and that's how organization, countries, societies, communities, families work.
Yeah, yeah,
And
that's
if
so
all of
true.
and if all of that works like that, then somewhere something is wrong, right? So we have been giving the wrong, I'll call it the wrong education to the child by telling him you have to be independent. I'm so I know at least what I don't want. I don't want independence. I don't want dependence. So whatever is left is interdependence. Let's-
Yeah. So I think
uh,
nothing
yeah.
100%, no 100% of dependence, no 100% of independence, and we'll work a middle way out, which is little you, little me, and that's maybe what we are calling interdependence.
Or if you look at it one step further, it is not little dependence and little interdependent. It is the relation between what I am dependent about and what I am independent about, and how they coexist. For example, I may be, let's say, dependent on, let's say, Google for information. So I'm dependent there, but I am independent in terms of now taking a decision what I want to buy. Do I want to buy X or do I want to buy Y? I've got the information, but for the information, I was dependent. Yeah. So
But making choices,
I was independent, but these two don't exist in isolation. These two exist together, right? And it's their connection that is really important. When I am also realizing, oh, I am depending on Google, what does that mean? That whatever information am I getting? Did I get the full information? Did I get the right information? So many children come to me, this is the truth. I said, okay, how do you know? I saw it on YouTube. So, they're just believing YouTube, thinking that they are, so in that sense, they're depending on YouTube, thinking that whatever is shown on the video is like, because it is on a video, it has to be true. Although somebody would have fudged everything and put it in a video in a way, we know how many videos are not actually they show the right thing
yeah,
to anybody,
fake, yeah.
to any watcher, right? They are fake. So in some ways, I am there. The child is depending on something, on, let's say, YouTube, and is not thinking independently. Now, when the child starts understanding that, okay, it's where these two meet, or finally the life is the connection between these two, which is what is interdependence in a roundabout way, then the child starts constantly understanding, okay, this is where I am depending, this is where I need to be independent, this is how the two mix, and hence I am going to both value different things around me, let's say different people, different sources of information, and at the same time I know I have to work from my own values. So the whole value game changes. Otherwise, the values are also taught as independent values. We tell the child to be honest. Correct?
Hmm.
Now,
Hmm.
if you look at it that way it's just an independent entity by itself, honesty. But that's not true. No value is independent. The value is always contextual. Okay, if
Yeah.
if I need an urgent medicine, let's say for Vishruti, and I need to say a lie for that, I will do that. I have no qualms for that. If I need it urgently, and I need to take it to the patient who is there. So again, it's a context that really defines. It's not so. All I want to talk about today to everybody, to you, to parents, is that uh, we have two choices. See, none of us as parents really like dependence. Or actually, that's not correct. Some of us like dependence. Some of us like even that the child is dependent on us. But at the same time, we want the child to be independent. So I am saying, can we leave these two concepts? And in anything that we are doing, let us all the time understand how these relationships are working. And if we can understand relationship, then we can understand life, because if I look at life, everything is relationship between me and technology, me and you, me and others, and me and myself. So everything is relationship, and that to me is interdependence.
Okay.
What are the thoughts running in your mind? Is it going
Yeah.
to physical?
Sorry, I missed you. I think some internet. What did you say the last line?
I think going to philosophical.
No, no, I'm not at all. In fact, I was just thinking and wondering that, uh, at times when my child is demanding something, let's say if I'm cooking for my child, let's say if the child is demanding that you feed me, I
Hmm.
always feel that, the child is dependent. And somewhere my belief says that that is not how it should be.
Yeah.
And then I operate from that belief, and then I maybe force him or ask him that no, you have to do this on your own, or there is no choice. But maybe
Right.
at that time I'm not thinking about the connection me and he having, and I don't know, Ratnesh, if how can I bring interdependence even
What
in this.
wonderful example you have taken. So let's say we are working like a binary, right? Either you take this, which is you are being dependent, but I want you to be independent. So I'm switching between dependent to interdependent, right? As you said, when the
Huh.
child comes to you, I want to eat this. We are not liking the dependence, so we switch over to something called as independence, right? But
Huh. Huh.
let's say we don't do this switching. We realize that there is a third dimension to it, which is interdependence. Okay. And first of all, I understand it. Forget the child. First of all, I understand how this whole thing is. Where is he dependent on me and I dependent on the milkman to supply milk and the grocery shop to supply grocery and so on and so forth. So we are all in some relationship, right? And
Correct.
so I start understanding, okay, what is it that the relationship he is working through right now? And how can invite him to explore that. Yeah, how I can explore, how can I invite the child to understand that my role right now is, yes, I can cook and give to you, but it can't work on one level. Okay, let us see how the whole act of eating is a together job. What role you play, what role I play, what role Appa plays, what role grandma plays, what role the grocery guy plays. And when the child understands the whole network, right, of let's say relationships here, then the child is able to appreciate not just the food more, but all these relationships more. And then the child grows with the mindset that I am not going to live in this world alone. Then the child automatically, will understand whatever caring, kindness, sharing, understanding, relationships, so many social and emotional and self skills which are so important in life as we live life. Right. See,
True.
as a
True.
parent, we can maybe brush these aside. If a child is crying because the friend didn't give a toy, we'll say, "Chalo, chalo, chalo, I'll buy you another one," and I kind of distract him with something. But in life, that is not true, right? If something else has happened, I need to understand it. If somebody, let's say, in my office has taken away opportunity, let's so-called my opportunity, and I just sulk about it, that's not going to help me or the other person. But if I have
True.
constantly worked in understanding myself and the relationship, then I can see what I can do in my company scenario. But that cannot suddenly happen at 30 years or 40 years age. If that has not been, if I've not been able to see it through in my whole life. Yeah.
Hmm.
Which
Hmm.
is where people talk about value for money. I say there is no value for money. Money is again a relationship. I give something, I get something. It's a transaction. It's a relationship I'm having, let's say, with an object or with the value that object gives me or the pleasure that object gives me. So again, it's a wide network of relationship. And I am not just giving money. I am, in that sense, giving it to again to somebody who will use it to for doing something. So if I think of it that way, so I, as a child, can also think, oh, I am giving to shopkeeper uncle some money, and that shopkeeper uncle will maybe buy a toy for his child from that money. So now the whole thing is very different. My spending is
Yeah.
neither good or bad, it's neither wrong or right, but it's part of a chain. It's part of a network. It's part of a relationship. Yeah. So I'm saying you look at any dimension of our life, and it is so interesting to see it when we see it like this, and we can invite the child to see it by talking about it, by mapping these relationships, by understanding it. It doesn't need to be with the outside world. Between me and the child itself, we can see how our relationship has so many different aspects to it. Right. And why I don't mind getting up at 3 o'clock and warming the milk for him, why it's a pleasure for me. So it's not a why. I see a lot of us say, oh, I am making so many sacrifices for my child. I said, sorry, nobody is making any sacrifices. That is your choice. You are making it
Yeah.
because it gives you, let's call it, some pleasure or some sense of duty or some sense of responsibility. Now that sense is not going to come in sleep. That sense is only going to come when you are doing it at 3 o'clock. So again, it's not about the child. It's about a relationship that is weaved with all these feelings and responsibilities and all that. So we are then much more peaceful. Right? And the child also understands that it's neither a favor that the mother is doing, nor I have all the right to demand it just because I think
Mm.
I can
So
just
true.
fulfill my needs. Yeah. So it's, I don't know, it's not something that I can just say that, okay, this is how it is. Yeah, this is how it, in fact, my invitation to every parent here is think about it. Right? Is this something important? Is this whole journey of life is all about relationships between people, between your office people, your families, within yourself, and with things, and with situations. Even a situation is a relationship, right? If
Mm.
let's say I see an accident on the road or a fire somewhere, I can decide, I can detach from it and say it's somebody else's problem, or I can say, oh, let's see if I can also help in solving this problem. Now, what is that?
True.
That is my relationship to the situation and the people in that situation. Right? So it's
True.
all it's all
But
very
Lavnesh,
interesting.
I know. I was just thinking this when you were explaining things. This question came into my mind that are we trying to say that you can put yourself in the second priority and the relationships you are having with others, or maybe let's say others, in a higher priority when we are talking about interdependence?
I
Just
hope I had that.
wondering.
Yeah, I have a visual. I obviously saw it in Google, but that defines what you are saying so well. I wish I had it to pull it out. But basically, one visual says that the title is Ego, and it shows like a pyramid, and we at the top, I at the top. That to me is the independent point of view, where I'm at the top and the whole world is below me, ready to supply me or serve me and so on. That's called the ego perspective, ego. Now the other visual, the second visual, is the eco visual. Okay, in that there's still a triangle, but nobody's at the top. There is all a network, how we are all connected, me connected to plants, plants connected to animals, everything connected to machinery, to earth, and I'm somewhere in between. I'm one in among that network, and that is called the eco or the ecosystem. Right, where we are part of an ecology or a network, or these are just interchangeably using terms, or relationships. So to me, interdependence means I'm part of a network or part of an ecosystem, and that understanding is very important, whether I become a business leader. I did MBA from a so-called prestigious college, but at no time in the college people I was taught to look at the world as an ecosystem, because that's very important. If somebody tomorrow becomes a CEO, that CEO can take decisions to either make their organization worthwhile for the whole ecosystem, or can actually destroy the whole ecosystem just for their profits. So organizations can also work like very independent, only my share value should go up, or they can work like an ecosystem where they they co-create with lot of other relationship they have with people, with customers, with their suppliers, and so on. So this child who is now a 5-year-old maybe will tomorrow become a CEO at 55 or 45 or whatever
True.
age, or an entrepreneur at 25, right? Who knows? And he will have to look at life in a very different way, including his wife. That will be the first entry, and the second dramatic entry will be the child who would say, now I am the king. I rule your life. You have to make milk for me at 3 o'clock in the night. You have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. You have to wash my body, right? So we become parent.
Yeah.
All our suddenly all our independence goes away. First, the marriage, the independence, okay, and the children take away 1.5 of our independence. So two times our independence is gone. But
It's gone.
if we have understood the interdependence, then nothing has gone. It was never there. It was a mirage
Sure.
because we were built on it, right? That you are the king, you are the king. That the child was built as, let's say in education, for example, right? In education, there's always in the schooling at least, there is a rat race. My child should be the first. My child should get the most marks. My child should become the first in the race. Right? What if your child, Vishruti, imagine this, what if your child came and said, today there was a race. Vishruti said, yeah. Beta, how was the race? Did you win it? No, I was winning it, but I thought, Amol, my friend, I wanted him to win today. So I didn't run so fast so that Amol can win. Now, how's that? Would you like that?
Wow.
Yeah, so that's, as they say in Hindi mein sunne mein acha lagta hai. But at that time you want to win. Now
Yeah.
suddenly do you tell your child don't be greedy? But as parents we are greedy. We want our child
Yes.
to come first in everything. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was taught a very interesting lesson by my daughter, who is now 21 years, but when she was, I think 6, 7, 8 years old, I'm not remembering how old she was.
And Ratnesh is talking about Asavri here, and she's also I think she is working for this eco-friendly environment very, very hard. Just to add on
Yeah.
to that, please continue.
Okay. Yeah. So we went to I think a cafe coffee day or one of these cafe shops, and she wanted to buy an apple pie, and it was evening time, and there were only 2 slices left. One was let's say small, and one was a bigger slice. Obviously, these were sliced from a bigger apple pie, so you can pick up whichever one. So the shopkeeper was about to give the bigger apple pie. That's when she said, no, give me the smaller one. Let the bigger one for the next customer. Right? I said, oh my goodness, this is my child teaching me that we are only and only thinking about me. She's thinking about the next customer. Right? From that day, my perspective changed. When I go to a vegetable shop or a fruit shop, I don't select fruits and vegetables. If I select all the good ones, the next guy is going to get the bad ones. Right? So I just take a pile and see what. So this is, I think I learned from her. So you see, the perspectives change when you realize that, okay, finally, it's all coexistence, right? What I am passing on what I am keeping to me is all relative. It is never absolute in terms of all the saints, whether you take Kabir or whether you take any saint you take, have all said the same thing. It's not that we can hug something and say this is mine. Everything is, yes, it is mine, but it is everybody else's also. It is all interrelated. So I think it's important in a very practical way, because this is all practical. We are going to live this life. It is not theory. It is not philosophy. It is something that it is a basis of living. So what do we want to transfer to the child? The sense of independence or the sense of interdependence, which is far more joyous, at least for me, my perspective.
And Ratnesh, I want to ask you one more aspect of this interdependence, if you can bring that to. We talk a lot about emotional independence. That you can't be dependent emotionally on somebody else as an adult also, and of course we think at times it should reflect also in the child. So somewhere can we bring this interdependence in this area also when we are talking about emotions? Are they connected?
Yes, very, very interesting and nice that you brought this whole aspect of emotions. Now, especially in situations where the emotions are triggered by my interactions with somebody. Suppose you didn't give me the ice cream or you didn't share your chocolate with me. Now, the thing is, if I think of it as independently, that first of all, I'm thinking only my emotions are there. But actually, it's not true. I have also emotions and you also have emotions. right? And let us say I start crying. Let's say I start crying, and now my mother comes in or my father comes in. Now, if my father is saying only think about your emotion, then that is also not okay, because there are other people's emotions, including my father's emotions. Right? If my father is saying, look at that, Vishruti didn't give you chocolate, so what? You didn't give to her last time, so you think about her, how you would have treated her if you were in her place. That's a typical dialogue. If you were in her place, that means, oh, I should delete or disregard my emotion and only look at your emotion. But actually speaking, there are three people's emotions: my dad's, mine, and yours. And all, if I can understand, if my father can say, oh, Vishruti must be feeling like this, you are feeling like this, and I am feeling as a father like this. Now, I'm not saying that's going to solve anything. Anyway, nothing can be solved. But we are just realizing that it's again a relationship of emotions that is happening on. Yeah. If this is what is I am going through, and suddenly my view is from my emotions or my anger towards you because you didn't give me chocolate, is I would say opened up to three dimensions to it.
Yeah. So
It's
true.
very, very interesting. Yeah. Then I can start understanding multiple emotions at multiple point of times, depending on what I am going through. Yeah. I can even go intimate if I just dropped a cone full of ice cream and I'm feeling extremely disappointed because I dropped my ice cream.
Ice
Okay.
cream.
But I can also realize how I can just think, okay, how the ice cream must be feeling. Now, I know ice cream is feeling, but let's just think, right? What feelings would what emoji icon I will put on the ice cream? Is the ice cream also as disappointed, or is it happy, or is it jolly that it is melting away somewhere on the floor? What is the ice cream? I am going through disappointment. So I'm just saying, they can be very interesting understanding of our life. And how is the shopkeeper feeling? How is he feeling who sold an ice cream but this kid couldn't eat it because the ice cream fell down? Right? At the same time, he has to this. Can he give me a free one? Can he not give me a free one? And so on. So it's all very interesting. Without trying to reach anywhere, without trying to solve anything, without trying to have an outcome to it.
But I think, Ratnesh, even what you are saying, if the child or even we, if we just, the moment we start understanding the other person's emotion also, I think things start settling or getting sorted within us also. Because
Maybe.
we know what we are feeling, and then we know what the other person is feeling. And maybe we can't change what the other person is feeling, but at least by understanding also, I think, I don't know whether we can call it dependence or independence, but an interdependence of emotion can be created, which
Absolutely,
cannot be.
absolutely.
Yeah. And I think whatever you are saying makes a lot of sense, because I keep telling my son whenever he's eating something, and if he doesn't look interested in the food, then I always say that, now the food is saying I don't want to go in his tummy because he's not respecting me. So of course I show my thoughts, but then this is brilliant. Wow. So, guys, if you have any questions, please share. I'm sure this entire idea of interdependence must have puzzled you, or made you think that from independence, and particularly a day before Independence Day of India, when we are discussing about this. And if you can go through this entire live session, you can pour your questions. You have lot of ways to reach out to Ratnesh and Arohi and Aditi. They have a website, arohilife.org, and then on Facebook and Instagram, they are there. So you can drop your message, your question as a message, and you can
and
definitely
also on
get
Twitter now.
connected here. On Twitter, on Twitter, yes, on Twitter, yes.
Recently, yeah.
Yeah, recently.
So we are all interdependent.
Yeah, even Twitter, and now they even Instagram and Facebook is interdependent, all interconnected and interdependent. Yeah.
So on one side, I don't want to get into the country part. So to me, the 15th August as an Independence Day is a day to kind of respect and connect with people who struggle hard to give us the kind of freedom that we enjoy now as a country, right? So that is, so I'm not taking anything away, but I'm saying rest of the 364 days, even as a country, we realize we are interdependent. We don't produce petrol ourselves.
Yes,
We don't
yes,
produce 100 and
absolutely.
million things. We are all depending on each other, including
Absolutely
we
the
were
same.
depending on each other to get corona. Now we are depending on each other to fight corona, I'm sure.
Fight Corona, yes.
Right? So any which way, we are all one in that sense. It's
Yes,
like
yes.
one universe, or one
One world and one
one
energy.
world,
Yeah.
one energy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the whole idea is, whenever the invitation to parents is that whenever you become aware that, oh, I am somehow drumming the idea of independence to my child, or the media is drumming it, or the school is drumming it, this concept, because media also sells on it, schools also sell on it, and maybe as a parent, I'm also selling independence. So it's time to pause and bring in a wider perspective of this whole network. I can very simply sit down with a piece of paper and start seeing how many things and people and times are all interrelated in whatever is happening right now. So it
True.
becomes so interesting. And yes, the whole paradigm shifts from
Yeah.
just taking care of my needs, my emotions, my perspective, to looking at things from so many different perspectives.
In fact, when you are saying this, I just realized that even though we say that we are independent, we are so much dependent on our phones and internet in today's
Yeah,
time. I mean, we
yeah.
can't really imagine our life without that. So, and not only the people we are dependent, or maybe we are interdependent, but I think even the technology, gadgets, everything. So, yes, I think
Yeah.
Suparna has given a brilliant and wonderful idea. 2 short session, one more session on interdependence, please. Suparna, we are looking forward to your question then. What more you want to know about this, please share with us. Because I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
Ratnesh and even Aditi would have thousands and millions of ideas of interdependence.
No. Wait. We don't have thousand and million. Your child has. And let's work with the
Yeah.
child and understand how he or she looks at the world. And you will be, and he will, and she will also be surprised to see, oh, I have that many ideas. It's just that we don't voice it that way, right? We don't connect it that way. Just a simple, if I do the reflection that whom all did I depend and interdepend rather today, whom all did I connect with today, and then I start making first the list of, okay, I connected with mama, with papa, maybe grandmom, maybe neighbor. So I start making that initial list, then I start going little more wider. Okay, yeah, but that person did that to me, and that person brought milk for me, and that person did this to me. Then the second circle, then the third circle, the milkman also, somebody would have done something for him, so that's the third circle, and the fourth. And then I realize, oh my goodness, the whole night has gone and I'm still connecting people. Right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Ratnesh,
so it's
please share the story, the cloud one. No, can you see a cloud in your
no,
no? We'll just end with that.
okay.
If that
Yeah, that's a story, or you can say a demo. Okay, before that, somebody wants to ask on the Instagram. Uh, uh,
Can I ask about
can
my
I?
daughter's hair washing problem? So, is she you feel that she's dependent for the hair
Okay, now
wash?
let the person ask. Let's see how we relate it to. Right? Okay, please go ahead and ask. Yes. Uh, we are depending on your problem now.
Uh, yeah. So I think Varaya, you can just elaborate your question. We are looking forward to your question too. Varaya 07. Yes. Until then, you
Yeah,
can share
yeah.
the story, please.
Okay, so the story is more like a demo, which we do a lot with children. We show them a sheet of paper and we say, "Can you see clouds in this?" And it's a plain sheet of paper. So most children say, "No." Where's the cloud there? It's just a sheet of paper. I said, okay. So then we tell the story that there was once a cloud, and the cloud had too much vapor in it, so it rained. It threw some water down and started raining, and from that rain, the seed got the moisture and it started growing into a sapling. And then I start asking children, what did happen to the sapling? And then they keep adding. Sapling became a small tree, then it became a big tree, and then what happened to that tree? Whatever. The tree died out, and then it fell down, and then what happens to a dead tree? Oh, people take the wood, and where do they take it? Take the wood. And then they say, oh, they take the wood to a wood mill, and they maybe made a pulp out of it, and the pulp went into a factory, and the factory gave you the paper. So now you know how paper has a cloud in it, and for that matter, everything has everything in it, right? And there is right, I have a cloud inside me, and you have a paper inside you, and so on.
Yeah.
Right.
So true.
So it just goes on, and that's when I've seen children kind of suddenly realize, oh yeah, oh really, yes, everything is like there. It's not like that the paper exists alone or the clouds exist alone.
Yeah.
So so that's
Lovely.
how the whole thing kind of goes on, right? and especially things like money, because we tend to think that money is limited, right? Now when you start thinking of an interdependence way, and as you start thinking about money, how the money floats in and floats out and goes from one hand to another, and it's only a matter of how it at every steps it just enables that person and moves ahead. See, the 100 rupee you gave to the vegetable guy did something to you. Okay, then the vegetable guy gave it to a cloth guy because he wanted to buy a shirt. So he also got something, yet the money floated ahead. So the 100 rupee doesn't go anywhere, but we all get value out of it. Suddenly it becomes so interesting, right?
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I think we fail to look at it from this perspective. Wow. Yeah. Superb.
So in fact, when I was a kid, we used to kind of sign on the note to see if the note comes back to me. It never did. It never did. It just went into the whole ether, this whole universe.
Yeah.
Somewhere it's floating, that particular note.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Okay. Okay, Varai is talking about the child crying when hair washing is happening, right? I think if you want to look at it from an interdependence perspective, I would start just a dialogue. Okay, so why are we first of all having hair, and why do we depend on hair? What if I did not have hair? What if I have hair? Okay, and what does hair depend on? So hair will depend on nutrition, hair will depend on, let's say, an oil, and hair may depend, and so on, without really worrying about whether she wants to wash it or not. I think if I can make a large, big journey of hair and me and cleanliness and all aspects related to our hair, we can get into food, we can get into care, we can get into beauty, we can get into advertisements, we can get into so many things, I don't know, forms of hair, we can get into barbers and beauty saloons and so on. I think and as the child understands her hair more, and the child connects with her hair more in different ways, I think in due course of time the child will understand how and where she needs to wash it and what is holding her back. So I think we get too caught up with an outcome. Here maybe the outcome would be that my child's hair should be clean, period. Now the clean word is so much in bold and underlined and everything that I'm not thinking about anything else. But when I don't focus on that, when I'm not focusing on an outcome, but we explore the many dimensions. Yeah, not if the child doesn't love bathroom, that's okay. That's what the bathroom is, just one interaction in my whole journey of hair.
Maybe you can try washing her hair in the rain. That way she may like it.
Yeah, my friend used to keep a little detergent in his pocket and play out in the rain, that I'll get my trousers also get washed. This was in college days. when we used to not want to wash our clothes.
Wow.
Whether we
Super.
are not trying to give you a solution, but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, in fact, there's no need of a solution. The solution has to come from the child. But the interconnections, when we see the interdependence, when we enjoy the larger, broader perspective of anything, including hairs and hair wash and care and whatever, then suddenly the world of child is very, very different, and our perspective also changes, and then together we can see how do we want to do what we want to do. Yeah,
Wow.
so is it a good time to pause?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think pause and reflect. Yeah, please share.
I also wanted to share something which happened today morning, Vishruti, is that somebody wanted to little discuss about some problems that they are facing with their child. And I said, okay, why don't you come live on, she preferred Instagram. She's actually in Seattle in US. And she called me
Wow.
up from there. And we had almost a half an hour, 45-minute call. Okay. And that really kind of helped her, as well as what it did was it was live, so it just worked for more people who could listen to that.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
everybody is that if you want to discuss about either your child's learning or your child's development or any other aspects of your parenting, then ping us. We can even just do a live call on Facebook or Instagram and explore many dimensions, and it can benefit you, it can benefit me, and it can benefit so many other viewers. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
whole idea. So the invitation is there. We can go live at a mutually convenient time. And so a lot of people, when they call on the phone and we discuss with them on the phone, only two of us are kind of listening,
Correct, correct.
right?
And I'm sure there would be so many other parents who are sailing in the same boat with the same problem. And I'm sure
Yeah,
what you are saying makes a lot of sense.
yeah.
So, uh, Acha, Srishti by Beena. She's saying that could you please keep a session on homeschooling? I
Oh,
think
there
that
is a
those
session
sessions are
tomorrow.
already on.
The
Yeah,
session
yeah. So
5 o'clock.
not
Uh,
only tomorrow, every Saturday there is a session on open
yeah.
learning, and Ratnesh and Aditi are beautifully conducting it and inspiring
And the
thousands
good
of
part is
parents.
there are a lot of families, different families. So this time a
Correct.
mom is coming who has homeschooled both her sons, and one of the son has finally gone back to school also. So it's a very interesting journey. So you can meet her tomorrow at 5 o'clock. You can just check on our website, and you can
Is
also
it five or
uh,
is it three, Ratnesh?
we have
3 to
changed the
4
time.
or 5?
We have changed the timings to 5 to
Okay,
6. Yeah,
okay,
we have
okay.
slightly delayed it towards the evening so that more people can participate in
Can
that.
join.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So that's
And
there tomorrow.
Srishti, you can get the link by just sending a message to Arohi, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere. I'm sure you'll get it.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
that's the easiest way.
yeah. So we are there everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, website. So
Twitter,
you can just
website.
figure
Yeah.
out all the places there will be information. Yeah, yeah.
Correct,
So,
correct, correct. So glad.
So what do you suggest, Vishruti? Yeah, what do you suggest for the next session? Can we understand this interdependence? Mostly, we were talking about the child and the relationship between um, the child and different things and different people and the world and so on. Okay. Now, can we next time talk about how the learning itself is interdependent within itself? Right, how school has cut the subjects into different parts like maths and history and science, but actually if we look at our life, all learning is kind of interdependent or
This is
interconnected.
a brilliant idea, and I think whoever is watching us right now, or whoever is going to watch this video tomorrow, day after, whenever, I really want you guys to come up with your own questions, because I'm sure that even you would be wondering whether my child is learning at home or not. Which even for next question, I have a lot of questions then.
Yeah, so we
So
can start
next
looking
question, yes.
how, whatever, according to me, whatever the child is doing is a treasure chest. It's full of learning. because there is everything in it. As the saying goes, you can see the whole world in a drop of water or a grain of sand. It's the same with
Wow.
the child's activity. The whole curriculum, whatever you can think of, is there in any endeavor the child is doing. I'm not trying to say we should pack everything into it, but if we realize that, then we won't worry about what the child is doing. We would more connect with what the child is doing and see how we can value add to that. So which is,
Yeah.
people call it integrated learning, which is I think a nice term, or you call it wholesome learning or altogether learning, or you can even call it interdependent learning. But yeah, normally the term educators use is integrated learning, which essentially means that the learning is always integrated, right?
And
When you
Ratnesh, you have a different, I mean, you guys have a session also on integrated learning, right? You
we'll
guys are coming with,
Yeah, but first talk about it next weekend, and that time we can share with people how, if you want to go deeper into it, you can join and be part of the session. But that's not so important
yeah.
right now. Let's first just understand how the learning is also so beautifully interrelated. How when I'm talking, I can think in terms of mathematical terms. When I'm thinking mathematics, I can bring in social interactions and so on. So that's
Uh,
how it is. Shrishti
So now you know
asked.
Ratnesh and Aditi, everybody would like to keep it very low profile, but I am going to talk about this for sure that we are coming up with this kind of integrated learning, and we are going to talk first next Friday on this integrated learning. And Srishti has a question: how do I join Arohi community? The
Just go to
moment
our
you think
website.
about open learning, you are part of this community.
Yes, and you can
Fine.
just go to our website and you will get all the information there. If you have any issue, you can call us. Yeah. Plus,
Yeah.
as Vishnuti was saying, Instagram, Facebook has all the information also.
Yeah, yeah, and any parent is facing any kind of question or trouble or any problem you feel that you really want to parenting problem or child learning problem. I think Ratnesh has given a beautiful opportunity of having this kind of live session, and I'm sure like my questions or whatever things I have in my mind gets clarified, or maybe I understand it little more deeper. Even you could be doing that. So please just message them, and we can have more and more live sessions like that where more parents can benefit. So that'll be
Yep,
wonderful.
yep, yep. Great. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
It was,
Thank you so much, Ratnesh.
yeah. Uh,
Integrated learning and interdependent learning. I'm sure this is
and
beautiful.
integrated learning and interdependent.
True, true.
Okay, we'll sign off with
Chalo.
that. Thank you.
Yeah. See
Yeah,
you. See
bye.
you. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.